about you.
Going. It's always about me. It's always about me. As long as I'm champion, I'm milking it until the title is off my shoulder, off my waist, on someone else's shoulder.
All right, so who do you got?
I honestly, they're both great. I actually watched the entire tournament a few days ago, just to catch up on this, and it's been a very good tournament. God damn.
Aside from the tournaments, did you watch Buddy Murphy versus
Kalisto?
I haven't yet, but I heard
great things, and I can't wait to watch it. I'm actually about to start getting invested in 205 Live.
Wow.
Actually be invested, not just, Enzo's doing pretty well, so I'm invested sort of 205 Live. No, I'm really invested in 205 Live now. But yeah, for the kickoff, if this was on the actual card, I probably would have chosen Mustafa Ali, but it's the kickoff. It's normal cases that faces usually win. So I'm going to go with Cedric Alexander on this one.
Cedric Alexander, plain and simple.
This is basic. This is pretty much
all across the board.
One of the most basic predictions we've got here. Cedric Alexander has been the top guy of the cruiserweight division since it's actually been bought in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's been the top, not champion, the top underdog guy. So yeah, it's time to give him his due. Give him the title on the WrestleMania stage, pre-show or not, still a big deal. Cedric Alexander wins.
There you go. Short, sweet, to the point. It'll be a good time.
All across the board.
Oh yeah. Now, finally, moving on to the main card. First off, I've got here, again, a lot of these could be in just about any order, and I've got my own thoughts on those later. But for right now, we've got, on my list, Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
It's an interesting place to start off.
To be perfectly honest, I think the U.S. title is going to open the show. But that's just
go virtually any order.
Oh, of course.
I'm actually going to be the difference maker in this one.
Oh, God. He's got to do it.
I'm going to do it. It may be Daniel Bryan's return to the ring, but I think he's much a trooper that I think I think Shane McMahon's going to go full on heel turn on this one and turn on Daniel Bryan to prepare their feud, and I'm going to give it to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn on this one. Just because, the simple answer, they could just go to Raw. Yeah, that's fine, but when you really look at it, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn basically flourish more on SmackDown than they ever... Yes, Kevin Owens was Universal Champion, but it was more Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho show than Kevin Owens, the Universal Champion. I actually think now the top storyline on SmackDown, I actually think they can keep going on with this one. So it's the difference maker, but and like I said, Daniel Bryan... You're just gonna get the big yes chant when he does his entrance, and when that first good 30 seconds of him wrestling, that's all the WrestleMania moment that he really needs. And in my opinion, Shane McMahon, he's been doing very sloppily as a face right now. So I think a good heel turn is needed for him just to keep this good story going.
I agree with you. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are going to walk away with the win. But as far as a heel turn, I definitely see Daniel Bryan being the one to pull that. I hope, and I can only pray, that this whole Shane McMahon being injured thing works in his favor for some sympathy. As that good guy that these three are just going to go to town on after the heel turn. I want to see, an Owen Hart heel out of Daniel Bryan. I feel that he can honestly dig down and do that.
He could do it.
Yeah.
Definitely. I just think right now is too soon. He is right now the most over thing going on in WWE right now. So, as much I do see a Daniel Bryan heel turn. We've seen him heel. He doesn't.
He was over when he was with Kane, and they weren't. Were they faces right away?
I don't think they were.
No, they weren't.
I know Daniel Bryan was not. Kane was just, Kane.
Yeah. I just love to see the three of them team up and just cause some havoc. That would be awesome. But Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, definitely.
I'm going to be the one who goes plain old bread and butter. Okay, it's Daniel Bryan's first match back. He hasn't been back. He hasn't been wrestling in what? 3-4 years?
2.
2 years. All right.
He made it clear. So
okay, he hasn't wrestled for 2 years. Okay, he's over like gangbusters, so he isn't gonna turn heel. The crowd won't let him go heel.
No, the crowd won't let him go heel.
Yeah, and Shane McMahon will eventually go heel. I just don't think it'll be now because they want it'll be one of those like this is like his test match. This is Daniel Bryan's test match back. Okay, they're gonna give him the win. Daniel Bryan himself will get the win, and I'm going Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon.
Yeah, I'm going to keep my thoughts short, sweet, and to the point. I agree with you on the result. I do believe it's going to be Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon. I do believe that the timing is a little too soon to turn him heel. The moment is too good for WWE and everyone else to pass up. Once he starts getting in the groove again, then I can see him, once everyone's calmed down and everyone's used to the idea that, Daniel Bryan's back, then maybe they can turn him heel depending on where everyone's at. But for right now, Daniel Bryan's back, everyone's happy, Daniel Bryan wins, yay.
Even if they turn him heel, he's still going to be the most over thing.
So
it's like Austin turning heel, but he was still the most over person.
Again, that's why I say it'll depend on how the next weeks and months progress.
Not to stretch this out or anything, short, simple answers. Where do you see Kevin Owens and Zayn if they lose?
I still think they're...
Not you. You're with me that they're winning.
Oh.
These two.
I can see.
He pretty much pulled a Scholar's quick talk. And
That's pretty much what that was. But anyway, real quick, I can pretty much, again, they're rule breakers. They'll do whatever they want. They'll go wherever they want. Security will try to stop them.
So you think like R-Truth, Miz, just...
They'll cause enough
I think
problems
they'll
and
bring
then
that
eventually
back
they'll
and
bring
do
them
it better.
back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
It's not going to stop guys like those, or at least characters like those.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah, anyway, next up, we go from one tag match to another. We've got Kurt Angle and the debuting Ronda Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon.
Damn, this is random.
Where we
Yeah, I was going to say, if this is the order that Mania goes in, it's going to be an interesting card.
This is more of an arbitrary pick for the most part on my pick, so we're just rolling down the line here.
Please.
Some line.
Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle. Because Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle. Yeah.
This is another one. It's her first match. She's a big name. She's going to be here for a while. It's Kurt Angle. Triple H has been putting people over on WrestleMania for years now. So, yes, Ronda Rousey and Triple H and Kurt Angle.
Ronda Rousey and Triple H. All right.
There's your heel
You
turn.
can have that.
Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle for the win.
Yeah, Kurt,
easily.
Without the visual, I just handed Brian's beer to Tarek.
Yes. Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey. I think this one goes without saying, fool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kurt
this
Angle,
one's
Ronda Rousey.
obvious. Kurt Angle, Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, I feel like that turn was wasted. Started on me.
And this
the most simple.
And this match itself has a very good shot, apparently, at going on last.
Yes,
So-
talk is that it will be either Taker Cena, Universal Championship, or mixed tag match closing out Mania, which makes me a sad panda because
It
I
was
wanna
never
see
going
AJ
to be.
Styles and
It was
Shinsuke Nakamura.
as much as I'd like to
So
say, as much as I'd like to see it. Okay, Styles versus Nakamura would be the main event.
Oh no, because
WWE's version of WrestleMania.
their build was completely bogus too. So,
It was a
While
better
we're
build
on
than Lesnar and Reigns.
oh well.
While we're on the subject, real quick, here's a Scholar's quick talk for you. Is there going to be what's going to happen with Undertaker at WrestleMania? Just real quick.
I guess we'll just throw that out of the way.
Yeah.
He'll show up.
He'll show up and beat the tar out of Cena. He'll do it Diamond Dallas Page style.
I say Kid Rock performs, he's leaving stage and he's like forgets about something and then comes back and plays Taker down. Match happens. I don't see it as a beating. I don't see it as anything like that. The legitimate match is going to happen. And when I was at work today, I sent Tarek the picture of the alleged program that's going around Access
yeah.
right now, and you don't need any more confirmation than this. There's like a transparent picture of Taker next to Cena, and it said this match is not yet confirmed to happen.
Okay, so
It's gonna happen.
Right, so in other words, two of us are saying segment. You're saying match. You know what? Put me down for match as well. With the way they're setting it up, and now that I'm hearing that, I'm going to say...
Yeah, I'll text you.
Are we actually putting in a prediction if it's a match?
If it's a match...
If it's a match, Taker. If it's a match, Taker. No, you can't automatically assume Taker anymore.
Whether or not it's... Well,
Dude.
First of all, the first question was whether or not it was going to be a match or a segment.
Yes.
Now, if there is a match, I'm assuming it's all going to be Taker?
Yeah,
Yes.
If Taker loses another Mania match, he should have never had the streak to begin with.
Yeah, that's a little...
All right, back to the
Again, it all
predictions.
depends on that.
No more. I'm very disappointed in you talking down Taker. Like
I'm not talking him down. I'm talking down booking.
Okay, you know what? I'll accept that. Don't talk down on Taker.
Jeff, I'm sending you the picture right now.
All right. All right.
I'm not talking down Taker.
Speaking of...
Talking down booking.
Speaking of Tarek's waifus, let's move on to a tag match. The Usos versus the New Day versus the Bludgeon Brothers for SmackDown tag titles.
Brian, lead us in.
Who do you got?
Okay. Throwing it out there right now. Okay, we all know the New Day's not winning.
No,
Right
that's
now.
the
Right
given.
now. Right now. Okay, it's between two teams. Okay, and as much as I like the Bludgeon Brothers, I like them a lot. Okay, but I don't want them to win the tag team titles in a triple threat match. Okay, I don't want them to win in a triple threat match. I want them to beat the tar out of the Usos on their own to get the titles. And so the storyline that they've got going on with the Usos with the chip on their shoulder because they've never actually been able to be on the WrestleMania card, it intrigues me. And so I am going to go with the Usos retaining, with the Bludgeon Brothers getting it in the very near future, just not at WrestleMania. The Usos will beat the New Day.
Yeah, for me, I have to disagree with you. I have to say, you know what? I'd say with Bludgeon Brothers are pretty much, they've been on a roll for a while. They've had this coming for a while, and just in terms of just personalities, you know what? They deserve it. I'm going to go with the Bludgeon Brothers.
I said this the moment I saw the moment they debuted. All three of you can vouch.
Oh, they're doing it. Both the double J's.
Oh dear God, Jesse James and Jeff Jarrett. Oh dear Lord.
Oh, dear.
Oh God.
Okay. We need to chill for the mark out moment.
Oh dear God, look at this. I honestly, I don't know. I don't know.
I called it. Please, please. They wouldn't have Road Dogg inductive if it weren't for this moment.
And he just gave that look. It's like, bitch, I don't need the
And
lyrics. I don't need the lyrics on the screen to know this song. Okay, the three of you can vouch. I said that they're gonna win the tag team titles at WrestleMania, and I'm standing by that. As much as you said they weren't, and as much as Dave said they weren't. Dave looked at me like I had two heads. He's like, they're never winning the tag team titles. He said they had.
Well, that's stupid.
He said they had a better chance. They had a better chance of feuding, having a top feud with the Ascension to be the best friends of Breezango. And I looked at him like he had two heads.
We all did at that moment.
The Bludgeon Brothers are going for. It's going to be a decent long match. New Day and Usos are going to keep the Bludgeon Brothers out as long as possible, and then they're going to shield they're going to shield New Day and the Usos. When I mean by shield, they're going to absolutely destroy them like they destroyed the New Age Outlaws and Kane at that one WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. What was it, 2 years ago?
I believe it's about 2 years ago now. We're going.
Oh no, it wasn't 2 years ago.
That's
okay, it was the WrestleMania before Roman Reigns' main event streak started. So,
oh boy.
So yeah, it's gonna be that. It's gonna be the Bludgeon Brothers all the way.
When it was the rumor of this being a TLC match, I had the Usos retaining, no doubt, because I can't see the Bludgeon Brothers climbing ladders to win their first tag team championships. But since the Go Home SmackDown didn't introduce that idea, some people still believe that they're going to at WrestleMania, but I don't see that happening. Bludgeon Brothers are going to be the new tag team champions. There you go.